welcome back to Tari's Lifestyle and Vlog, and thank you so much for stopping by. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the required documents for UK visitors visa. And I've done previous videos on visitors visa in the past, which I'm going to be linking in this video throughout. I hope you find them useful. Click on them to watch them to get more information. Okay, but before I go on, my name is Tari, and on this channel we'll talk about UK visas and immigration. We'll talk about life in the UK, how to travel safely and successfully to the UK, and how to navigate through life as an immigrant living in the UK. If this sounds like something you're interested in, then please subscribe to my channel, turn on your bell icon so you don't miss out on any of my videos going forward. To my returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much. Okay, so like I said before, today we're talking about required documents for UK visitors visa, and I've classed these documents into three. So the first set of documents are the core documents, the second one is other documents, and the third one is additional documents. Okay, so they're all important. I just thought I'll class them. There are some that you must have. Well, I guess you need to have all of them, but there are some that are really important. They are a must. You don't need to be told. You need to have them for UK visa application or for any other visa application at all. So if you're trying to apply for a UK visitors visa, or if you know someone that is wanting to apply for a UK visitors visa, then sit down and watch this video, because this video is definitely for you. Don't go and apply before watching this video and come and ask me questions why your visa was refused. Okay, so sit down so that you can know the important documents that you need in order for your visa to be approved. Like I said, three categories, I've classed them on. And the first one, like I said, is a core document. The first one is your application form. Okay, you see why it's a core. So if you want to apply for a UK visitors visa, you must have an application. You must fill an application form, and you want to make sure that you have the right application form completed, because there are so many different kinds of application form on the internet. There's visitors visa, and even under visitors visa there are different categories of visitors visa. It could be visitor, medical, visitor, study, visitors. There are different kind of visitors visa, so you want to make sure that you have the right kind of visa and form filled. Okay, don't go and fill spouse visa, okay, or student visa form, application form. Make sure it is the visitors visa that you have filled, the right one. Okay, so your application form is the first one. The second document that you must have is your passport. Okay, so you must have a passport. You must make sure that you have a blank page where your visa will be stamped on, and you must make sure that you have your visa, your passport is still valid. It must be valid for the duration of your travel. If you are coming to the UK for one week or 1 month, the passport must be valid for that period of time. I'll say let your passport be valid for 6 months. That's my advice, but you can take it or leave it. Okay, so you must make sure that your passport is in date and there's a blank page where your visa will be stamped on. And the third document under this category is your proof of identity, and that would again usually be your passport. Okay, proof of identity, which is also your passport. Okay, so these three are the core documents that you must have. Other documents include documents to prove your financial means. So this is really important, and a lot of visas have been refused because the applicants didn't have enough documents to prove their financial means. Okay, so this could be your bank statement, okay, your pay slips. Okay, and most of the time it will be between 3 and 6 months. Some applications will say 3 months, some applications will say 6 months. Okay, so you want to make sure that you have your bank statement, your pay slips, and make sure that you have money in your accounts to cover your journey. Okay, so if you are going to stay in the UK for 1 month, for instance, you should have enough money to cover your stay in the UK. So things like accommodation, your feeding, transportation, okay, things like that, and your application and things like that, you must be able to cover it. Okay, so you should have money in your account to be sure that you can cover yourself for the period of time you're going to be in the UK. Your travel cost also includes your flight ticket to and fro. Okay, so that's really important. You should have money in your account to show that you can actually cover yourself, your flight ticket to come to the UK and also to return. If you're an employee, your bank statement should show regular income of your salary. Say for instance, you get paid monthly or weekly, that should be shown in your bank statement, money coming in and also how you spend money and things like that. Okay, if you are self-employed, you should have an account that shows income and out, money coming in and money going out of your account as well. So it's really important. You also want to make sure another document that you must have is your proof of accommodation. Okay, but before I go into proof of accommodation, if you're going to be sponsored by someone in the UK, say for instance you're being invited by a family member or a friend and they're going to sponsor you financially, the person that's sponsoring you need to include a statement saying that they're going to be sponsoring you, accommodating you, feeding you, transportation and all of that. They need to provide a statement saying that, and also they need to provide their bank statements, pay slips and all of that. Okay, it's really important. Okay, the next document you want to make sure you have is proof of your accommodation. Again, if you're being sponsored by someone in the UK, you're going to be staying with someone in the UK, you should have a letter from them saying that you're going to be staying with them for the period of time and all of that. But if you're going to be staying somewhere else, maybe in a hotel or Airbnb, you want to make sure that you've booked that, okay, and then you have a receipt that shows that you've actually booked, maybe an email from the site, from the hotel or Airbnb, whatever the site is. You need to have a confirmation, a booking confirmation. I think that's the right word. You need to have a booking confirmation to say that you've actually booked your accommodation for the period of time. So it's really important because whoever it is that's looking at your application wants to know that you have somewhere that you're going to be staying when you get to the UK. Another document that you must have, which is really important, is proof of your ties in the UK, in your home country. A lot of people have been refused visas because they didn't have enough documents to show that they had ties in their country. Okay, and the Home Office wants to know that you have ties in your country, which is something back home that you want to go back to, maybe your family, your job, your business, landed property and things like that. So if you're an employee, maybe you want to get a letter from your employer to say this person is going to the UK on holiday, they'll be returning. You want to make sure you have, maybe if you have your appointment letter, you want to include it and things like that. If you're a business person, the same thing applies. A letter from your business saying that you are going to the UK on business or for a visit and you'll be returning to your business at the end of your trip. Okay, so that's really important. If you are in education, a letter from your school to say that you're actually going to the UK for holidays and whatever reason you're going for visits, and then you're coming back at the end of your course. If you have landed property, you want to make sure you include it in there to say, okay, I have a landed property, I can't just leave it behind, I must go back to my country because I have a landed property, I have houses, I have a house. If you have family, you want to make sure you include it in your statement. I have family members in my home country, maybe I have a mom, a husband, a wife, children, aunties, uncles that I would love to go back to at the end of my course. I can't just abandon my family and abandon my life. Maybe you have friends, maybe you have a community that you are involved in, projects that you're involved in. You want to make sure you include all that in your statement as well. Okay, so these are just some of the documents that I feel are really, really important. If you are applying for a UK visitor's visa, you must make sure that you have these documents before you apply. So other documents which I said additional documents, these are also quite important for your application. The first one is previous passport. So if you have previous passports, you want to make sure you include it because that will show your previous travel history if you have any. Okay, so you want to make sure you include that. If you are underage or under 18, you want to make sure you include a letter from your guardian to say they are allowing you to travel, or maybe they are traveling with you. You want to make sure you include that. And if, for instance, you're traveling to the UK for, maybe you're trying to the UK for treatment, then you want to make sure you have a letter from the doctor that's been treating you in your home country, and also from the treatment facility here in the UK that you must have been communicating with, where you're going to get treatment. You want to make sure you have those letters included. Okay, so these are just some of the documents that you need if you're going to apply for a UK visitor's visa. I hope this video is helpful to you. If it has helped you, give it a thumbs up, share with your friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next video.